The Washington Wizards playing better basketball as of late. They welcomed Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks to town on Friday. Young coming off that 42-point, 13-rebound, 10-assist triple-double against Houston on Wednesday. But look at Bertans. First game for him since December 21st, out with a strained quad, and he had 14 off the bench. Meanwhile, Troy Brown Jr., 18 points and 10 rebounds for the Wizards, who were up by 7 when Kevin Huerter pulls up in transition for 3. Then Young, just 7 of 20 in this game, 0 of 7 from beyond the arc, but he gets that lay-in bounce. Wizards go on a fourth-quarter run, though, down by 3, 93-90. Ish Smith with the fancy reverse lay-in, finishing with the left. Then Smith on the drive finds Jan Mahimi for 2. 98-93 Washington. And Jordan McRae has been so good for this Wizards team in the absence of Bradley Beal. He had 29, 17 above his average as Washington gets a 10-point home win. Wizards have won 3 of 4. Meanwhile, the Hawks have now lost 14 of 16. The Miami Heat have been great at home this season at 17-1 in Miami, but just 10-9 on the road. They were in Brooklyn to take on the Nets Friday night. Brooklyn, losers of 7 straight, but Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo hooking up for a reverse dunk right there, and Bam had 22 in the ballgame. Jimmy Butler getting to the 10 for 2 more. Miami led by 12 at halftime, 69-57. More from Jimmy Butler. It's a long 2 on the pull-up. Spencer Dinwiddie, meanwhile, for Brooklyn, hasn't been playing as well lately, but has been very good this season. He had 26 points, 14 assists, one of them right there, a lob to DeAndre Jordan, pulling Brooklyn within 1. Goran Dragic open in the corner, breaking an 89 all-tie. He had 17, but Butler led the way with 33. A little step-back jumper puts Miami on top by 7, but Brooklyn not going anywhere. Karis LeVert, 2 games since returning from a thumb injury, he had scored 33 points in 38 minutes. He had 11 in this one in 24 points, not quite as efficient, but that 3 gives Brooklyn a 1-point advantage. Joe Harris to Taurean Prince. Tough shot right there. Prince puts Brooklyn up 114-111. Still down by 3. 9 seconds to go. Duncan Robinson, a corner 3 ball. And that one is no good. The Heat have to foul, and Brooklyn snaps the 7-game losing skid, winning at home 117-113, led by Spencer Dinwiddie's big night. The New Orleans Pelicans feeling pretty good. They're playing pretty well lately. Winners of 6 of their last 8, 7 of 10. And this is going to make them feel even better. Look at Zion. Looking like the knee's doing pretty well, I guess. Going between the legs for a dunk pregame. Could be making that debut any day now for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram, however, has been playing and playing very well as of late. Over 26 a game in his last 10, including 30 or more in 3 of those 10 games. He had 10 in the first quarter, 17 in the first half as the Pelicans led 67-61 at halftime. Another Dookie, R.J. Barrett, the steal and the finish on the other end. And that draws a little smirk from his former Blue Devil teammate on the other bench. Meanwhile, Ingram's just doing it all. He nearly had a second career triple-double Wednesday against the Bulls, but here he is, finding Jackson Hayes. Impressive rookie, had 18 points and 10 rebounds. Then Lonzo Ball finds Ingram for one of Ball's 11 assists. Ingram, 28 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. New Orleans make it 7 wins in their last 9, 8 of their last 11. Meanwhile, the Knicks have lost 5 in a row now. The Memphis Grizzlies are 10-6 after starting the year 6-16. They were at home on Friday, taking on DeMar DeRozan and the visiting San Antonio Spurs. And early on, this Memphis team, young and exciting, Jaren Jackson Jr. for the smooth 3. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, who has won 4 of 6, it's a veteran-laden club. LaMarcus Aldridge for 3, 21 points, 9 rebounds for him. Brandon Clark the steal. Tyus Jones gets it back to Clark for the layup and the foul. And then Ja Morant lobbing to Jonas Valanciunas in traffic, puts it up off the glass. It's good, plus a foul. 21 points, 9 rebounds for Valanciunas. Now DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan had 22 of the game's first 25 points on Wednesday against Boston. He gets a putback slam plus the foul right there. Memphis led 63-57 at halftime. Ja Morant, a big dunk, and then he comes up with a steal and another finish on the break as Memphis led by 9. Patty Mills to DeRozan. Layup and the foul. How about some more from DeRozan here? Double pump lay-in as he's falling to the floor. 36 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists for DeRozan. Morant with the left. Then off the pick and roll, Morant finds Triple J for the dunk. And then Dillon Brooks adding a triple. He had 22. Morant, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 14 assists. Memphis winning by 13 at home over San Antonio. And the Grizzlies now take over the 8th spot in the West from San Antonio. Rudy
Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz have won 7 games in a row tonight, taking on Charlotte, looking to make it 8 straight, and the Jazz dominating from the start. Donovan Mitchell throws a laser down to Mr. Gobert, who throws that one down. Watch it get a beautiful little pass right down the lane, and Rudy Gobert throws it down. Boyan Bogdanovic shot off his handle, then gets a step-back 3 over Cody Zeller. Then it's Emmanuel Mudiay finding Gobert for the two-handed stuff. Watch it again, and you can see Utah just cruising it, but they're up 29-11. Hornets struggles meanwhile. PJ Washington spins. Balls of 4, gets the ball to Marvin Williams, who loses it, and then is blocked by Gobert. One of 5 blocks on the game for Rudy, and Utah by 17. In the second quarter, Rudy finding Jordan Clarkson in the corner for 3. Makes it 51-29. Then Donovan Mitchell finds Gobert for the stuff. 61-36 at this point. At half, it was 61-38. Gobert 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks on the night. Third quarter, yeah, Royce O'Neal to Joe Ingles for the corner 3, and you get the idea. Utah cruises in this one. They win their 8th straight. Box score 109-92.
The Chicago Bulls have lost 5 straight games. They were hosting TJ Warren, fresh off his ejection in the Pacers' last game against Miami. He was fined $25,000 for that on Friday from the league. The Pacers, though, getting early dividends from Miles Turner. Knocks down a floater, then finds Warren outside for a 3. And then Turner's spotting up outside the arc. He had 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting in the first half. But then Zach LaVine took over for Chicago. He would score the next 20 Bulls points. The steal and the finish on the other end. Now, I saw him play Wednesday in New Orleans in person, and let me tell you, Zach LaVine can get to the bucket on anyone. He can fill it against any team as he helps keep Chicago in this one. We head to the 4th. Indiana up by 7 and extending the lead. Doug McDermott, the former Bull. A nice lay-in. Then more from Turner, who set season highs in both points and rebounds with 27 and 14. LaVine doing his best to keep the one-man show going. Look at that whirling dervish of a lay-in plus the foul, and then a two-handed flush. 43 for Zach LaVine on Friday. But the Pacers would close it out. The Holiday brothers scored 8 straight points early in the 4th quarter, but here it's Justin finding his brother Aaron late for a 3. Aaron Holiday, 19 points and 8 assists. Pacers win by 11 on the road without Brogdon, without Sabonis. Indiana's won 2 of 3. The Orlando Magic, winners of 4 of their last 5, on the road Friday, taking on Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Booker, 30 or more in 7 straight games, but we fast forward all the way to the 4th quarter in this one. Magic down by 3 when Nikola Vucevic ties it with a 3-ball. He's averaged 20 and 10 in 13 games since returning from an ankle injury. Knocks down another one right there, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Orlando leads 94-90, but Devin Booker responding. He had only 2 points in the second half to this point in the contest, but he makes a 3 there, cutting the deficit to 1, and then Phoenix down by 1 still. Booker gets a steal, pulls up for 3 on the other end, and gives Phoenix a 2-point edge. 24 of the ball game for Devin Booker. Magic down by 3 now, inbounding to Evan Fournier, who had a game-high 28, but that one is off balance and off the mark. Phoenix hangs on, scoring the final 8 points of the contest. The Suns get a 98-94 victory.
The MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Milwaukee Bucks paying a visit to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And the Bucks building a big lead early. Eric Bledsoe drives and finishes with the layup over here. And Fox, then George Hill to Giannis, hitting from the top of the key. The money jumper there. Chris Middleton makes the long step-back 2-pointer in Milwaukee, up 47-29 at this point. But at home, Sacramento hanging around in this one. De'Aaron Fox driving in for the layup. He had a near triple-double, 19 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds on the game. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica over to Trevor Ariza for the dunk on Giannis. Strong move there. Watch it again, going up strong and stuffing that one home. At the half, Milwaukee up by 9. Third quarter, more from the Kings. Harrison Barnes to Buddy Hield for the triple. That's cash, and it's a 1-possession game. Then Harry Giles makes the jump hook. He had 10 points and 5 boards on the game. Sacramento's up by 1, but back come the Bucks. Chris Middleton spins, lays it in, plus the foul. He had 27 on the game. Then it's Giannis to Dante DiVincenzo for the 3-pointer. He had 18 on the game. Then George Hill to Giannis for the jam. They're strong stuff. Giannis had 13 points, 10 rebounds on the night. It's Eric Bledsoe making the tough layup. He pitched in the 24, and Milwaukee gets the win. Final score 127-26. Los Angeles Lakers meeting up with the Dallas Mavericks. That means it's Luka Doncic against LeBron James. No Anthony Davis in this one. He's out dealing with the after effects of that fall from the other night. We're in the first quarter, and LeBron getting hot early on. LeBron spinning and making the acrobatic layup there. Then LeBron pulls up for the transition three, and boy, he's got the range now, doesn't he? 22-9, Lakers in front. More Lakers in the first. Rajon Rondo misses the shot, but Kyle Kuzma gets the tip dunk. He played well in this one. Kuzma lobbing it up to Dwight Howard for the alley-oop jam. Watch it one more time. Lakers up by 15 at this point, and just pouring it on in the second quarter. James, step back three is cash. Then Kyle Kuzma going coast to coast for the layup. How about these numbers from Kuzma? 26 points and 6 rebounds. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic struggling and getting frustrated on the free throw line. He misses the first free throw, then misses the second free throw. After the second free throw miss, Doncic just ripping his jersey to 7 of 12 from the free throw line at the half. LeBron James in the second half making some real history. Missing the layup, but gets the putback here. Then it's LeBron driving and hitting the spinning layup. And LeBron passes Michael Jordan for 4th in NBA history in field goals made. Next up for LeBron, Wilt Chamberlain. Lakers up by 18 at that point. More Mavs frustration. Rondo passes the ball down the court. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's Mavs ball. Dallas inbounds the ball quickly, but the referees rule the Lakers have challenged the play. Carlisle does not like that, gets upset that the Lakers were allowed to challenge after the ball was already inbounded. According to him, that gets him his second technical foul. He is ejected from the game. Back to the game for LeBron. Inside for the leg, 35 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, and the Lakers go down to Texas and get a big win. Final score, 129-114. With Paul George sitting this one out due to a hamstring injury, it would be left up to Kawhi Leonard to carry the load for the LA Clippers against the Golden State Warriors. Got some big dunks early. Omari Spellman drives and throws down the massive mash there. Then Kawhi Leonard drives and does a dunk of his own up and over 2 Warriors. What are you doing getting in the way of Kawhi? Kawhi just crunching that one at the half, though. Golden State leading this thing 53-48. In the third quarter, they jump out to a bigger lead. Glenn Robinson, nice looking shot, looks just like his dad on that jumper. Then Jordan Poole pulls up and drills the three-pointer, giving the Warriors a 10-point lead late in the third quarter at 79-69. Clippers come back to Kawhi Leonard, gets the steal and dunks it on the other end. Then Lou Williams drives and hits the floater plus the foul. He'd have to pick it up in this game. He'd make the free throw there. Then Patrick Beverly finds Lou Williams for the 3 in the corner. He's falling out of bounds. He makes it anyways. Lou Williams, he had 21 points and 8 assists on the game. Clippers now up 90-87, courtesy of Lou. Warriors sticking around, though. Alec Burks makes the 3 plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. Clippers lead down to 2, but Kawhi closing the door. Watch him drive down the lane and throw down the slam. His numbers on the night, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and LA gets the win over Golden State. Final score in this one, 109-100.